Thank you for watching a special episode of Tea with D, where tea time is me time. Today I'm going to be spilling the tea with Roshane. Tea time is me time. Hi, Teabag Nation. It's yours truly, Tea with D, where tea time is me time. And today I have the privilege of interviewing the one and only Roshane from Real Life and Philanthropy. Hi, girl.
Hi. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good. And also shout out to Wendy Williams, girl. Hurry up and come back because your show ain't the same without you.
I know. I miss Wendy. Wendy is a Cancer like me. That's my auntie. I love Wendy. She's so messy. She's funny.
Period. But yeah, who are you wearing? What are you wearing today?
So this is from the House of Gucci. You know, just a little something when I picked up in Italy last year when I'm playing. So this is from Forever 21, I think, and I don't even know. Honestly, it's early for me.
Is that a Calvin?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, the hat is Calvin.
Vintage, honey.
Vintage. Yes, it is.
So I must say, after watching the first season, because you are a returning cast member going into season 2, because not everyone returned for the second season.
A lot of people didn't return.
Which is tea all in its own. But, during the reunion, I saw that you, for the most part, you tried to remain neutral in certain situations and kind of being like the mediator. But girl, second season, something just unleashed in you. Something unleashed, which we will definitely go into, kind of dissecting the teasers, because you were in every square inch of them.
Yes.
And, after seeing you and your character, you definitely seem like, I don't know, you just seem relatable. Not to say that the other cast members are not relatable. You just seem more just someone that you can just chill with. You know what I mean? Approachable. That's a good term I can use with you, is that you just seem approachable. And that's of course, you're not bad looking either. Ooh. She's a cute one, you guys.
I'm still on the running to be on America's Next. Let me stop. Thank you.
Looking at your bio, that's on Real Life Reality's Instagram page. Side note, if you guys are not following Real Life Reality, make sure you head over to IG. They're reallife.reality there. And also make sure you hit up Roshane, aka Ro, at Ro_ in the city. And then, bitches, if you're not a part of the Teabag Nation yet, how could you? But also follow me at Tea with D 2020. But yeah, Roshane, it says here that you were born in Jamaica. Come through. And you were raised in Fort Lauderdale. So when did you move from Jamaica to Florida?
I was 5. I was 5 years old when I moved from Jamaica.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember as a child living in Jamaica, and were there any differences between living over there versus in the States?
Oh yeah, so of course I remember a lot about Jamaica. I remember the house that we lived in. I remember family and friends. And it's completely different. I feel like one thing I realized when I moved to the United States is people in the United States judge you way more. Like in the Caribbean, you don't like everyone's a family. You know what I'm saying? The next door neighbor, the old lady down the street, everybody is a family, and there's like a sense of community there. Here, it's a lot different. Even now, I'm in my 30s. I'm telling my age, but my early 30s. I'm in my earliest 30s. Okay. But even now, it's like the same thing. It's like that sense of community isn't here like how it is in the Caribbean. Like it's completely different. The lifestyle is different. The only thing is in Jamaica, being gay is illegal actually, and it's like frowned upon. And, you know, if you're gay, you get murdered, you can get harassed. So,
and that is so unfortunate. You know, hopefully things can change for them.
Things is changing a little bit. A lot actually, because I have a lot of followers in Jamaica who are gay, and you know they could live their life how they want to live it, but it's still not to the level as it is here in the United States, where you can walk down the street and hold your boyfriend's hands or go to a gay club. You can't really do that in Jamaica. Well, you can't do that in Jamaica. You have to do it in the privacy of your own home. So
wow. And you know, and that's probably how it was here, what, in the 80s, early 90s, here in the States, just kind of living your life behind closed doors and not being able to be as expressive as we are now. But wow. Okay. Now, where do you live now? Are you in Georgia?
I'm in Atlanta.
So
yeah.
How long have you been living in Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta in 2018.
And what brought you there?
Hmm.
What brought you to Atlanta?
So after I graduated, the company that I was working at, I got a promotion, and it was either I moved to Tampa, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, or Atlanta. And I'm like, bitch, I've been in Florida for most of my life. I want to get out of the state. So of course it's going to be Atlanta, Georgia. And then also too, like, you know, me and my friends used to come to Atlanta like almost like every month. And I loved Atlanta. Every time I would come, I just have so much fun. So I was like, why not? Like, I want to have fun all the time. But when I moved here, that quickly changed. Visiting is one thing, but living here is, yeah.
That's how it is really anywhere, though. It's like, you know, I guess Florida could be an exception for most, but it's like a lot of friends are just like, you know, I want to move to Florida, like Miami or Orlando. And I'm just like, those are destinations for me, period. Like, I feel like it will get old. I don't necessarily like the heat. I am a fall person. But it's just like, you know, even in fall down south in Florida, it's like, shit, you guys are still in the 70s and 80s. Like, I can't with it. And the bugs. I'm not a bug person. I heard you guys have monsters in Atlanta.
There's iguanas, lizards, bugs. It's Fort Lauderdale is pretty much like the swamp, pretty much. Like some areas are literally the swamp. So sometimes, like even for me, I remember like when I was young, there was like alligators would like come on our lawn and stuff, like growing up in Florida. Yes.
Nope. Now, going back to your bio, it states here that you are a YouTuber. You're a host and a mental health advocate. So first, let's dissect this. With YouTube, what type of content do you provide on your YouTube channel?
So here's the thing with YouTube. I started YouTube back in 2011, right? And I used to do like little comedy and stuff. But
that's the Chris Crocker era.
Yes. And at the time, everybody was like, you do great on YouTube, post videos. Oh my God, Roshane, you are so funny. You should like really go on YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be this big like YouTuber. Oh my God. And it didn't really work out that way on YouTube at that time. And I was like, I just didn't really get it. I would get like 5 views, like 1 subscriber. I'm like, I don't understand why is the algorithm doing this to me. Like, I just don't understand. So I actually stopped YouTube for a while, for 6-7 years. And then actually when I moved to Atlanta, I wanted to go back into YouTube, but not to be like, you know, not to do like jokes and skits.
Like a character.
Yes. I wanted to just focus on like story times a lot, but that didn't really work out too. So then this year in 2021, me and my 2 really close friends, Jojo and Pookie, we started this thing called Live and Uncensored, where it's raw, open, honest conversations about mental health, about politics, about pop culture. And this time around, I've been getting a lot more eyes. A lot more people have been like DMing me and saying, wow, I love your content. I love what you're talking about because you were able to help us. It was a video that we did about childhood trauma. And literally a lot of people in my DMs was like, wow, like, you know, this and this happened to me as a child. And I think it affects me now. And I'm so happy and excited that you guys talked about this because it definitely helped me realize things in my life, what I need to fix. So that's the content of my YouTube channel right now. And
Okay.
I think like this for a while, and I'm get slowly but surely I am building, you know, a little fan base. Like
Good.
and
you had to, it's like trial and error. You had to find your niche, and it sounds like you are finding your niche on that platform, because it's like with T with D's brand, between IG, TikTok, and YouTube, they're all different, and it's trying to be consistent throughout all three of the platforms, because TikTok is my highest audience at close to 20,000 with 1.1 million likes. But it's like I give, for the most part, a character on TikTok with the curly hair and, you know, just being so extra, versus the YouTube channel more so being the product reviews and slowly dipping into interviewing and, you know, going into Instagram. It's just everything else just combined together. So Instagram is just the glue that combines the YouTube world and the TikTok world, and both audiences being able just to enjoy all of the content at once. Right. So being able to cross between both of the platforms. But no, it is amazing that, you know, you're showing not to give up, because, you know, it's like if one thing isn't working, you try something else. And if that's not working, you try something else, and then bam, look what's happening. You're starting to be true and authentic, and the audience is receiving that. So good for you. Good for you. Now, your philanthropy focus, it states here, transforming and reconstructing the stigma on mental health by starting with open and raw conversations, lead by engagement and involvement in others on your YouTube channel, which is live and uncensored. So you basically just went over your YouTube channel. So in the second season of Real Life and Philanthropy, are we going to kind of see you live in action, you know, behind the scenes type production for your YouTube channel?
So yes, you are definitely going to see me and my friends just talking more about like mental health. And also it's an event what I did with some of the cast, because I told you, like, these girls, they always miss events, but that's a whole other thing. Where I did a childhood trauma party. It was called the Unpacking Party. And I really wanted everybody to just be a part of it, because you had childhood trauma. I had childhood trauma. Everybody, I think most people had some type of childhood trauma. And I think sometimes it's good to hear other people's childhood trauma, because it tells a story how they act in present life. You know what I'm saying? How they act now. You know, if somebody has daddy issues, that's probably the reason why they act the way how they act now. So so when a situation occurs, you could handle it a lot differently. And back to what's his name, Bryson. I know I'm spilling a lot of tea, but actually, me and Bryson, we started out really, really rough. But I learned something about him, and that kind of changed what I view about him in current life now, if that makes sense.
Your perception. Yeah, because I mean, first impressions, that's what lasts, for me at least. So it's kind of like, you know, if I'm rocky from the get-go with someone, you know, I'm judging their entire life based off of that one interaction.
Right.
And that's just really going into the fact of trying to get to know someone, their background, their story. Because like you said, all of us have a story, right? But we're not going to necessarily just announce it to a stranger, right, you know, right off the street. I was definitely rooting for, of course, the entire cast to try to just be a little bit more family oriented amongst each other this season. But of course, family fight and argue, but they kiss and make up as well. So I'm very curious to see how that's all going to pan out towards the end and that damn reunion come the second season. Because, bitch, the reunion on the first season...
Security.
Yo, I feel like if I was there, I probably would need 2 security guards behind me, like just one on each corner, because there were fists thrown. Then there was behind the scenes footage of people fighting outside. I think that was Gerald, his boyfriend, Apollo. It was a lot, you guys.
Being there, it was. I still get nightmares. I still get nightmares because of that. It was wild. But yeah, you are gonna see that a little bit of, shade thrown towards somebody who's in the same industry as you, kind of, sort of. Well, yeah, they are in the same industry. Yeah.
Oh, the last thing on your bio on reallife.reality's IG page was, it says, "Why are you the realist?" And you, in quotes, say, he generally roots for everyone while minding his own business.
This is true. Like what Tyra said, we're all rooting for you. I'm always excited for other people. Like, you were talking about your YouTube and your TikTok, which I am subscribed to on YouTube. And I am
He's a teabagger, you guys.
Yes.
He's a teabagger.
I want everybody to do good. Like, I feel like there's space in this world for everyone. Like, I will never hate on somebody else's, whatever they got going on. If that's fashion, YouTuber, you're a singer, you're a rapper, you're an actor. Like, I'm rooting for you. I'm happy for you. And I think that makes me a real person. But at the same time, I'm happy for you, but I'm not going to be all up in your business. You know what I'm saying? I mind my own goddamn business at the end of the day. And you should. Okay.
Period. But, and it's like, and that's such a great character trait to have. Because there's a lot of personalities in the LGBTQI plus community that it's kind of like, there's some jealousy when they see someone else thriving or having a new opportunity.
Or somebody else who's in the same like space as them.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of that this season too with God. Yeah, I'm spilling so much.
The promo that released in August. So this is basically announcing that there was going to be a second season.
The teaser, yeah.
Yes, we saw there was a lot of interaction between you and Jamie. And specifically something that I was just legit hollering when he was just like banging on the table, basically just saying.
Yeah, he said, all last year, you were the victim. You were the victim. And I was like, victim? I was like, no, I was the hero all last season, baby, not the victim, okay?
You said hero, never the victim, bitch. I was like, oh, yes. As it come through, Roshane.
You felt that bitch, right? You felt the bitch. You felt it, okay? All the way in Virginia, you felt it.
I did. I was like, oh, God. Is it because she made sure she added that. She was like, I am never the victim, bitch. I was like, yes.
Never. I'm the hero.
You were on, it looked like you were sitting on top of a table. I was just like, okay, you're clapping back. And, that was another time I saw Jamie kind of, exploding as well, which was, I was completely caught off guard because that's not the Jamie I necessarily saw in season 1. So that is, I was flabbergasted with that, but it had me entertained, to say the least. And it's going into the first teaser on Real Life Reality's Instagram page. I saw that you started to have some drama with Bryson as well. Do you care to elaborate with that?
Let me drink my water. Oh. I don't have liquor. This is water, by the way. Because let me.
Mine is liquor, children.
Yeah. I'm water. because you shouldn't be drinking all day every day anyway. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said about Bryson, I don't know what to say about Bryson. Bryson is wild, okay? Bryson, he is very wild. He's like a wild dog. Like, he's just...
Not a wild dog.
Yes, he's like a wild, feral dog. Like, he's just very wild. Like, he needs training. Bryson just needs a lot of training. I'm going to say that.
Well, going more in detail with the first teaser, which, by the way, you were rocking that pink suit.
Thank you.
I'm here. I was like, I need to know where to get that. I may want some white stitching or maybe even black, but I may tailor it to myself. But I was like, the white suit is everything. I was
and
here
you know
for it.
What? My pink suit, people had so much to say about my pink suit. Like, when I walked in, everybody was like, what? Why he got on pink? Because it's my birthday, and I felt like wearing pink.
That was your birthday?
So it was me and Malik.
That drama?
It was our birthday. That night was crazy. It was just a lot. It was just a lot, from what we wore to what we said to the restaurant that we went to.
To the second teaser, I believe you started to have some drama with Devontae as well. I believe it was you and Darion. There was a one pill comment that was made. I believe one pill away from HIV or something in that regards. What started that type of conversation?
So I'm gonna say this. When Devontae first came around, I felt like Devontae, he was perfect for this group. Because he's very fashionable, handsome, he's cool, and he's fun. He's the life of the party. But as the season go on, you're gonna see a change in his personality. It's like he's gotten a lot evil. He's just gotten like really evil as the season go on. And I know.
Would you say that he's the Kenya Moore?
No, I'm not gonna give him that much credit. No. I'm not gonna give him that much credit. He is a friend of the show. But he wants to be a Kenya Moore, but I don't think it's gonna really play out the way how he thinks it's gonna play out.
I mean, the reason why is because like I definitely see him. It's kind of like Apollo from the first season, because Apollo was a damn character, and he had me laughing always until the reunion when I saw a different side of him. But with Devontae, I just felt it was the facial expressions at that particular scene with you. I believe it was you, Darion, and him. He was making these facial expressions at the camera, like, bitch, I know they're not talking to me. Like, he just seems like a character, and I'm not sure, like, why.
He's very animated. Devontae is very animated. I'll definitely give him that. He's animated. I really like Devontae being on the show, but at the same time, what he did was just really, really messy. It was just super messy, and I just feel like, and I brought him on the show. Me. I brought him on the show, so I was just in shock when I found out like what he did, and so was matter of fact, the whole group was in shock. But I think it was mainly me and Darion. We were, as you saw in the teaser, we're gagging. We're like, wait, what? So I feel like it's gonna be like good television. It's gonna be, good TV, I guess. But for us living it, not so much. And y'all, and this season, you guys are gonna see my real reactions. You're gonna see me happy. You're gonna see me sad. You're gonna see me angry.
Which is good, because I mean, it's real life, right? So it's like we're getting a glimpse of your experiences basically in real time, which is amazing. Now, going back to that scene for the second teaser, I believe it was the same scene when, as you were exiting, it looked like you were trying to grab onto whatever was near that front door, and bitch, it was a black shoe, and it just effortlessly just landed in Jamie's hand. And Jamie's like, what the hell do I do with this? Now, was that shoe meant to hit Devontae?
Yes. Yes, it was meant to hit Devontae because he tried it. Devontae, at that time, he utterly, completely, 100% tried it. And the thing with me is, I'm a very calm person, but I'm also a Cancer. That's my zodiac sign. I'm a Cancer. I don't know your zodiac sign. I don't know
Scorpio.
Okay, so you're a water sign also. So, I'm in tune to all of my feelings. And if you push a button, I'm going to respond. I am going to respond. If you keep pushing that button, I'm going to respond. So that's what you saw. You saw me responding, and I decided to throw a shoe or a boot.
Now, what would have happened?
I didn't get a chance to throw it, but
yeah, what would have happened if that shoe would have landed on Devontae? Would it have been a different outcome? Would he better come over there and bloop?
No, we would have fought. That's what we're trying to do. Like, we're like, well, I don't want to tell y'all too much. I feel like I'm spilling all the tea. I want to tell you, but I don't want to tell you because I want you to watch.
Because you want the children to watch, of course.
To see it.
Yeah.
But just know that night was crazy. Like, literally, it was like 4 different situations happening all at once. Because what you guys don't know is that night, Ty and Malik got into it. Bryson and Devontae got into it. Me and Devontae got into it. Darion and Devontae got into it. Was
that when I believe you guys were all sitting?
Yes.
And Devontae was explaining the reasons why he wasn't necessarily feeling Bryson and his energy.
Not necessarily. That's not really how it happened.
Oh, we're so excited. We can't wait.
So that's the thing. And I think that's why I was so mad. Is Devontae don't really say a lot though. What he did was really messy. And as a friend, I was trying to understand why he did what he did. And he didn't want to talk, pretty much. Like, he didn't really want to communicate and talk about it. And mind you, like, we were friends. Like, me and Devontae, we were friends for the last, 3 years since I moved to Atlanta in 2018. So what he did to me, I just feel like you just do not do that to a friend. Like, what's the reason? Like, what's the motive behind it? But yeah, I'm saying way too much. You got me spilling all this tea. Oh my God. You got me spilling all
You're
this
welcome.
tea. You got me spilling all this tea.
And, something else, towards the latter part of the second teaser, I believe there was a lingerie party. We weren't able to see what you were wearing, but you don't have to go into detail with what you were wearing, because of course we want to watch. But is it scandalous? Are we going to see some package? Because I saw a lot of meat being packed in the little teaser I did see.
I honestly don't want my family to see that, because I look like a whore on a Saturday night. Like, I look like a prostitute. It was in a hotel, and literally I came out the car and I was like, I'm not gonna walk in these people's hotel. I had on like basketball shorts and a shirt, and then when I got to the door, I changed really quick. And these people were this older couple was actually, they were coming up from the elevator. They saw me. They're like, oh my God.
How late were you?
So okay,
because I got tea in regards to people being late, and you were one of them.
Yes. I've been late to a lot of things this season, definitely. But I haven't been the latest though, Malik. But I was late to that event. I was 2 hours late, I think, or an hour and a half.
Hours.
Atlanta traffic. There's a lot of traffic in Atlanta.
That's something I'm hearing a lot, and I'm not saying what their excuse is, but I'm just okay, bitches. If you know that there's traffic on 95 or whatever interstate you guys are nearby, then you need to plan ahead. So if there's traffic, then you need to leave your house 2 hours early.
I know, mother. I know.
But you know, it's like that's a whole nother story with me. Because I mean, sometimes you know, I don't want to be the first there. You know, I want to be able to get there and everyone, hey, mwah, kiss, kiss. But
and you know what? So for our birthday dinner, that was one of the reasons why everybody was so mad, because me and Malik, we were late. But it was our birthday though. It was this thing where production was mad at us. Like, we were really late. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're like 3 hours late.
Time is money, honey.
It was my birthday. You know, I wanted to make my grand entrance. You know, I want everybody to be like, oh. Like, I didn't want to be the first one there. How corny is that? How tacky is that? Like, it's your birthday.
You just sit there. You're just like,
yeah. Like, come on. Like who does that? That's so tacky. Oh my God, I'm spilling all this tea and I'm not even like drinking. I'm over here drinking water. You got me spilling like all this tea.
That's the tea with D effect, honey. Welcome to the family.
I'm pretty good at what you do.
Welcome to the Teabag Nation, hunty. Now, I cannot wait. Again, Teabag Nation, the world premiere of the second season of Real Life and Philanthropy will air on December 7th. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because the East Coast is the best coast. And and again, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go check me out, T with D. If you're not subscribed to Roshane's YouTube channel, make sure you check him out at Live and Uncensored. And of course, Real Life Reality, you know, they have the entire first season. You can binge watch that right before the premiere of their second season. I definitely highly recommend watching the first season, just so you can kind of have the background story of Ro, as well as all of the other returning cast members like Jamie, Malik, as well as Kwanzaa. So you get to, you know, kind of see where they stand before watching the second season. But as always, you guys, remember, this is the important part. Tea time is me time. Bye, hoes.
Bye.